Welcome to a full body stretch. You'll start off on the ground. You'll lay down in a butterfly sit-up position, your feet together, your knees out. Allow gravity to pull your knees down towards the ground to feel a stretch in the groin. Feel free to pry around, shaking your knees left and right. You can also bounce your knees up and down. Move your knees into a normal sit-up position, feet flat, knees up. Interlace the fingers behind your head and gently pull your head up towards the ceiling until you feel a stretch in the back of the neck and the upper shoulders. You can add some rotation and pry this position apart a little bit. Right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Next, we'll relax our head and our elbows. The goal here is to squeeze the shoulders up into the ears as hard as you can and relax. And we'll do that again. Big squeeze and shrug. And relax. And again. Squeeze and shrug. It visually doesn't look like much, but you should feel a lot of muscle tense in the neck area. And relax. Last one. Squeeze. And relax. Stay on your back. One arm goes overhead, one arm down by your side, and your goal is to pull your hands far apart from each other. And switch sides. Same thing. The arm overhead continues to reach overhead. The arm down by your side continues to reach down. Experiment with keeping your back flat against the ground or arching. We'll switch sides again. And switch again. And relax. We'll lay down completely flat, legs flat as well. You're going to pull your right knee up and towards your shoulder. trying to keep your back flat the entire time. Also, keep the left leg straight. You should feel this in the hamstrings, part of the hip flexor, and the groin. And relax. Shake it out real quick and then switch sides. Same thing. Pull the left knee up towards the left shoulder, keeping the right leg straight and on the ground. Use the weight of your torso to pull against that shin to get that knee as high as possible. And release. You're going to put your feet in a sit-up position, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and then using the right ankle, you're going to pull the left knee over, down, and towards the ground. Focus on your breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, feeling the stretch on the outside part of the left hip, as well as the glutes. And release. Switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee, dropping the right knee towards the left. And release. We're going to lay flat on the ground again. This time for the spinal stretch. Feet together, arms overhead, thumbs attached, and your ankles together, and you're going to point your toes as hard as you can, lock your legs as hard as you can, and reach overhead as hard as you can. So I'm thinking about reaching and trying to touch the door, and my feet are pulling away from the door. Three, two, one, release. Relax. And when you can, Flip over onto your side. You're going to grab your ankle or the top of your foot, whatever you've got, and you're going to pull your foot towards the glutes, feeling a stretch in the front of the quad. You can relax your head on your hand like I'm doing here. You can also just lay down completely, but we're trying to attack the front of the thigh. 3, 2, 1, release. And we're going to switch sides. You can simply turn around. I moved around for camera's sake, but I'm grabbing the top of my foot, pulling my knee back towards that door as much as I can, feeling a stretch in the front of the thigh. We're going to release and return to the initial position, but the concept is different. This time I'm trying to kick into my hand, so my leg is very active right now, and you can see how the shape has changed. My hand, my knee, my foot also kind of kicked out because of this, but I'm putting tension in my hand and in my arm. Three, two, one, release. Switch sides. We're going to kick into the hand again. Begin. Relaxing your head, being very active with the leg, kicking into your hand. And release. Now you're laying down on your back. We're going to grab behind the hamstring, and your goal is to straighten out your leg as you use the strength of your arms to pull the leg closer to you. If this is too difficult, you may sit up a lot more. You may also keep your knee bent. But if you can take it, and if your flexibility allows it, try to straighten out your leg, driving your heel towards the ceiling. And release. Let's switch sides. And relax. Come up to your butt for the butterfly stretch. My heel is as close to my crotch as possible. I grab onto my feet. I use my elbows and my forearms to drive my shins or thighs down, and I try to lean forward. And release. Feet out in front, cross the right ankle over the left knee for the beauty queen. I wrap my left arm outside of my right knee and I use the strength of my back to leverage to twist my body so that I can face and look at the door. Breathe and release. Switch sides. Release. And we're going to return back to the butterfly stretch. And release. Shake it out. You're going to get on hands and knees, and we're going to get into a low lunge position. So one knee is back, the other foot in front. You're going to put your arms on the outside of that and try to squeeze everything forward. And release. Let's switch sides. You can shift your shoulders gently left and right to pry this position open a little bit. And relax. You can use an object for stability if you need to here, but the catcher's position, balancing on the balls of the feet. Then we'll transition to a seiza position, and we'll shrug our shoulders into our ears. Relax, shake it out. We'll do that again. And up. Shake it out. We'll do it one more time. And up. And relax. Shake it out. We're going to interlace our fingers like a Samson stretch and reach up. Up and back, head through the window. And relax. We'll do it again. Interlace, reach up and back, keeping the elbows locked out. And release. Shake it out. Staying with the shoulders, you're going to reach your arms overhead, grab the opposite elbow, and we're going to lean towards one side just like we would in a side bend. Feeling the stretch in the lats and the obliques. And release and switch sides. Switch. Switch sides. Release and shake it out. Get into a position where you can place your hands on the top of your glutes or your low back. Squeeze your elbows together and lift your chest up towards the sky. Relax, shake it out. And repeat. Three, two, one, relax. Transition onto your butt for a straddle. Lock your legs, point your toes up towards the ceiling, and get your heels apart as much as possible. Lean forward at the hips. If mobility isn't quite there, you can elevate your butt onto an object like a foam block or a couple of pillows. You may try to rest your forearms onto the ground. And dismount. Adjust, and we're moving both hands to one of your ankles. Release and switch sides. Relax and return to center. 3, 2, 1. Reaching forward. Try to get 1 degree further into the stretch every exhale. Three, 2, 1. Relax. Get your feet together and bounce your knees. You're all done.